Have you ever felt like you're constantly battling high blood pressure, wondering if there's a natural way to manage it without relying on medication? What if the answer isn't in the next prescription, but in simple, everyday habits that support your body's natural ability to regulate blood pressure? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, the truth is, managing high blood pressure naturally is not only possible, it's something you can start doing today, without spending a fortune on pills or complicated treatments. Let me introduce you to Mark. Mark, 45, a father of two and a hard-working project manager. He's always been active, enjoys playing basketball on weekends, and has a relatively balanced diet. But after a routine checkup, Mark was told his blood pressure had been creeping up. His doctor advised him to start on medication, but Mark was determined to avoid that route. He wanted to find a more natural solution to lower his blood pressure and feel better without relying on pills. He turned to natural remedies, making a few simple but effective lifestyle changes that he could stick to every day. What happened next was nothing short of amazing. Let's dive into the 4 natural, science-backed ways Mark lowered his blood pressure without medication. Start your day with a morning hydration routine. It sounds simple, but drinking water as soon as you wake up can make a big difference. Dehydration is one of the factors that can cause an increase in blood pressure, especially when you wake up and haven't hydrated for several hours. Mark started his day with a glass of room-temperature water, sometimes with a splash of lemon, to kickstart his metabolism, hydrate his body, and support his cardiovascular health. By starting his morning hydrated, Mark noticed a difference in his energy levels and how well he felt throughout the day. Proper hydration helps your blood vessels relax and keeps blood flow smooth, reducing the strain on your heart. Incorporate potassium-rich foods into your diet. Potassium is a powerhouse when it comes to regulating blood pressure. It helps balance out the negative effects of sodium, and it's essential for maintaining healthy heart function. Mark started eating more potassium-rich foods like bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, and beans. By including these foods in his meals, he supported his heart's ability to function without relying on medication. Potassium helps your blood vessels relax and maintain a healthy flow of blood, reducing the strain that can cause high blood pressure. The power of regular physical activity exercise is a game changer when it comes to lowering blood pressure. But it's not about running marathons or going to the gym every day. Mark found that a regular 30-minute walk, 5 days a week, was enough to make a significant difference in his blood pressure. Walking helps to lower blood pressure by improving circulation and strengthening the heart, so it doesn't have to work as hard to pump blood. Whether it's a brisk walk around the block, cycling, or even dancing, regular movement gets your blood flowing, and this alone can help bring your blood pressure down to a healthier range. Plus, exercise releases endorphins, which are natural stress relievers. Mindfulness and stress reduction. Chronic stress is a major contributor to high blood pressure. Mark was no stranger to stress. His job had him juggling deadlines and dealing with difficult situations daily. But what he realized was that the constant stress was not only affecting his mental health, but also his blood pressure. To combat this, Mark began practicing mindfulness and deep breathing exercises daily. In the mornings, he spent 5 to 10 minutes meditating, focusing on his breath and clearing his mind. He also started incorporating yoga in the evenings to relax and unwind after a long day. This simple but powerful stress management practice helped Mark feel more calm and centered, which in turn helped keep his blood pressure in check. When the body is less stressed, it allows blood vessels to relax, reducing the strain on the heart and lowering blood pressure naturally. Mark's journey didn't happen overnight. He made small, sustainable changes to his lifestyle that built upon one another. Each of these habits supported his overall health, reducing the risk factors that contribute to high blood pressure, and helped him feel more energetic and balanced. What can you take away from Mark's story? It's about making simple, consistent choices every day. No extreme diets, no expensive medications, just natural, effective steps that anyone can do. By staying hydrated, adding potassium-rich foods to your meals, exercising regularly, and managing stress, you can take control of your health and lower your blood pressure naturally. These changes might feel small at first, but over time, they can have a significant impact on your heart health and well-being. If you commit to these habits, you'll notice the difference, just like Mark did. Remember, lowering high blood pressure doesn't have to involve complex solutions or medications. Your body is capable of doing a lot of the work itself when you give it the right tools and support. Now it's your turn to make a change. Start today. Hydrate first thing in the morning. Add more potassium-rich foods to your diet. Get moving. And take time each day to manage your stress. Your heart will thank you. One of the biggest contributors to high blood pressure is sodium, and most of us consume far too much of it without even realizing. Sodium causes the body to retain water, which increases the volume of blood in your circulatory system and raises your blood pressure. The more sodium you eat, the harder your heart has to work to pump blood through your veins. Mark, like many others, was unknowingly consuming high amounts of sodium from processed foods, canned goods, and even seemingly healthy snacks like salad dressings. He didn't eliminate salt altogether, but he started being mindful of where his sodium was coming from. He opted for fresh foods instead of processed ones, and started cooking his meals from scratch, using fresh herbs and spices to season his dishes rather than relying on salt. By reducing his sodium intake, Mark was able to significantly lower his blood pressure. Cutting back on sodium is one of the simplest and most effective ways to naturally reduce high blood pressure. And the best part? It doesn't require any expensive supplements or medications, just some changes in the foods you eat and how you prepare them. The power of magnesium. Magnesium is a mineral that plays a key role in regulating blood pressure. It helps your blood vessels relax and is essential for proper muscle function, including the heart. Mark incorporated more magnesium-rich foods into his diet, such as leafy greens, nuts, seeds, legumes, and whole grains. Magnesium helps lower blood pressure by improving the function of blood vessels and enhancing the body's ability to regulate blood flow. It also works as a natural muscle relaxant, which can help prevent the tightness and stiffness in your blood vessels that can contribute to hypertension. A small increase in magnesium intake, through foods or supplements if needed, can make a big difference. And just like the other habits we've discussed, magnesium helps you improve your blood pressure levels without relying on medication. The role of healthy fats. We've been told for years to avoid fats because of their association with weight gain and heart disease. However, there's a big difference between unhealthy fats, like trans fats and saturated fats, and healthy fats, like those found in avocados, olive oil, and fatty fish. Mark made it a point to include more healthy fats in his diet, as these fats can actually help reduce inflammation, lower blood pressure, and improve overall cardiovascular health. Healthy fats support the elasticity of blood vessels and reduce the negative impact of sodium. They also help to improve cholesterol levels, which is vital for maintaining healthy blood pressure. Mark made simple swaps, like choosing olive oil for cooking, adding more avocado to his meals, and eating salmon and other omega-3 rich fish a couple of times a week. The omega-3 fatty acids in these foods support heart health and have been shown to reduce blood pressure levels over time. Sleep, the silent blood pressure regulator. Did you know that poor sleep can directly contribute to high blood pressure? When we don't get enough sleep, our bodies become stressed, which triggers the release of hormones that elevate blood pressure. Chronic sleep deprivation has been linked to an increased risk of developing hypertension and heart disease. Mark realized that sleep was a critical factor he had been neglecting. His work and family schedule had often left him with inadequate rest, and he began noticing the negative effects of it on his blood pressure. After making sleep a priority, he aimed for 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep every night, sticking to a regular sleep schedule. He also created a relaxing nighttime routine that included limiting screen time before bed, practicing deep breathing, and avoiding caffeine in the evening. As he started getting more quality sleep, Mark noticed his stress levels decreased and his blood pressure became more stable. Reducing alcohol intake. Mark also realized that his alcohol consumption, even though moderate, could be playing a role in his rising blood pressure. While small amounts of alcohol might not seem harmful, drinking too much can increase blood pressure over time. Alcohol can also interfere with sleep and raise levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, which can contribute to hypertension. So, Mark made an intentional effort to reduce his alcohol intake. He didn't cut it out completely, but he began to limit his drinking to just a few nights a week. By cutting back on alcohol, he noticed better sleep quality, fewer blood pressure spikes, and a more balanced mood. Regular monitoring and accountability. Finally, one of the most important changes Mark made was regularly monitoring his blood pressure at home. By tracking his progress, he could see the results of his efforts and stay motivated to keep improving. Mark used a reliable home blood pressure monitor to check his levels in the morning and evening, which helped him stay accountable to the lifestyle changes he was making. Monitoring his blood pressure also helped him identify any moments when his pressure would spike, so he could make adjustments as needed. It's a simple step, but it's incredibly empowering. When you see the impact of your choices on your health, it's much easier to stay committed. If John can do it, so can you. Start by making just one change today. Whether it's drinking more water in the morning, cutting back on sodium, or getting more sleep, every step counts. Over time, these simple changes will add up, and you'll be well on your way to better health, naturally.